Both of you? Okay, let's start with white. White spin. So first white, come over here. Only white arm. Try to catch the ball, right arm only. Only right arm. Tricky ones. Come forward. You don't have to only one bounce. Okay, let's change for a left one. Okay? Go. There you go. One bounce only. Play. There you go. And now some tennis. Okay? One bounce only. Oh, we got a point. Yeah. Come on, guys. Good play. Very good. Good job, guys. Good job. Come on. That's good. Okay. Take it off. Okay.
Keep on over here, guys. Toss it on.
Good job.
Good.
Good job.
Good. Hustle. Don't look back. Okay, give me one line. Okay. Down on your knees, no hands. 2 knees, no hands. Ready? Then run through coach. Ready and go. No hands, go. Ready, go. Sit on your butt, no hands. Sit on your butt, no hands. Ready, no hands, go. Go. No arms or hands. Go. You can do it, come on. All right, let's get back. Okay, next guy, go. Sit on your butt, no hands. Ready and go. That's it, good. No hands, and go. Okay. Hey, lay on your belly, no hands now, go. That's it, there you go.
Come on. That's right.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay, your belly, no hands, go. That's it, belly, no hands, and go. Come on, get up. Good. All right, you guys, who's doing the one-legged? It was you two guys, right? Come on. So let's show the one-legged squat. Support each other. Come on, step up. One-legged squat. Okay. You're gonna go 90 degrees. Go ahead. Now up. Good. Switch legs. Down. Bottom. Good. Up. Good. Okay, and stop. Okay, see these squares here, guys? We're going to use these as a ladder. We're going to go 1 foot per ladder. Who's going to start? Ready? 1 foot per ladder every square. Ready and go. That's it. Ready and go. Okay, now you're going to do 2 feet per square. 2 feet per square. Ready and go. There you go. Good. And go. And go. All right, good. Okay, who's doing the bridge work? Okay, you two guys come on out, give me a bridge, single bridge, out here, come on out here, okay, ready? So jump the feet, come underneath, ready, go, jump the feet, come underneath, hustle, quick, okay, jump the feet, and come underneath, come on, jump the feet, underneath, quick, jump the feet, okay, now faster now, boys, faster, let's go. That's it, good. and stop. Okay, give me 3 guys bridging, 3 guys bridging, 3 guys bridging. You're coming underneath. Ready and go. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Very good. Next guy, go. That's it. Next guy, go. Next guy, go. Kalle,
Yeah.
All right, ready, stop. That's good, guys. Kalle.
Okay, pick up a square. First, from the skating position, 2 feet jump up and wide landing. Okay, you guys pick up a square of your own. Yeah, and just jump nice and easy. Up and down. From skating position and down. And also up. 2 feet, yeah. Yeah. And then 90 degrees turn. Yeah, nice and easy. Good skating position. Yeah, 90 degrees again. Jump it back. Yeah. And we go for 180 from there. Nice and easy. Good skating position. Yeah, and 180, one more, yeah. Okay. Please come over here. You guys work as a pair. Same thing, eyes open, 180, and then a push. Okay? So you will jump. So 180, and a small push. And now same thing with your eyes closed. Close your eyes. That's a good one. Okay. Good. That's a good one. That's good. Okay, same thing, 1 feet only. 1 feet only. Start with eyes open, yeah? So we start eyes open, you jump up, you land, okay? Nice and easy. And then when it feels okay, make a 90 degrees turn. And then when it's going well, make 180. And again, close your eyes, work with your pairs, in pairs. And whenever you land, I will push you. And try to maintain the balance. 180. And one other leg too. And maintain your balance.
Okay, hey guys, let's go surfing. Give me surf, go. Now get down. Get out away from those tables. Get out. Okay, let's go surfing. Get down. You can get nice and low. Keep your butt low. Arms out. Surf. Come on, surf. Surf. Get down there. Let's go. I know we're in North Dakota. All right, spread out, spread out, spread out. Okay, and wave up, wave up. Wave up. No hands. No hands. No hands. Legs up. Feet up. Okay, wave up. Okay, paddle back. Paddle back. Paddle back. No feet, no hands. Here you go. Move. Come on. Okay, and surf. Go. Get up. Surf. Surf. Come on. Come on, boys. Take it up. There. Wave up. That's it. And paddle. And paddle. Get back. Okay. And up. Surf. Surf. Okay. You two guys, bring it in. Bring it in. Okay, we're going to go quick hands. Quick hands. Turn sideways. Okay. So we can see. Turn sideways. There you go. Quick hands.
What? I'm underneath you.
So it's shoot like this. Shoot like this. Still got the sunburn from Tampa. All right. All right, let's go this one here now. Go this one here. Okay. Now your hands on your hips. Hands on your hips. Right. Yep. Nice. All right, let's get these guys together. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys can grab your stuff. Thanks a lot. All right. Thanks a lot. How you guys doing today? Good. Good to be in Grand Forks. A lot of big guys in the room. My name is Joe Bonnet. I'm USA Hockey. I actually I was at Colorado College for a long time, so we traveled out to Grand Forks, and I actually didn't like you guys for a long time, but I respect you guys, and to see you guys win a national championship was pretty awesome for your fan base, because I know your guys' fan base travels well, and I'm real happy for Brad and for Dane, and I just want to congratulate you guys on that national championship. That's awesome. So, that's good. You guys are in for a treat today. You get to see a cross-continental presentation with my friend Kalle, and the stuff that you guys just saw up front, we're going to talk about, and it's something that as ADM managers we've seen in the last 2 years that's been a big hole in our youth development, and we'll talk about that. But I want to introduce Kalle. So Kalle is a friend of ours. He's with
Okay.
the Finnish Ice Hockey Federation. He's a regional coach, and he's, like I said, he's a great friend. So, Kalle, you want to say a couple words?
Yeah, it's great to be here in North Carolina. It's the first time for me, and as Joe said, that the last 2 years we have been working together and learning from USA Hockey a lot. We can develop more about our hockey, so it's great to be here, a big honor, and hopefully there will be something our presentation that works with your team too.
So we're going to tag team it. So just to give you guys a little bit of background here, and I'm sure some of the guys have said this, but being part of the ADM right now, in some parts of the country, that might have a negative connotation, the ADM. And really what we're here to tell you is that we're not going anywhere. In fact, we're moving forward full speed. So we've been talking about Aspen Institute Project Play. We've been to cover sports business, but the biggest thing is the USOC right now has adopted our training methods. And what is the USOC? What are they in the business of? They're trying to do what? USOC, what are they doing?
Win gold.
Winning gold medals. Okay? So when people say, well, the ADM's for little kids, the USOC is saying the opposite. They've seen the science behind it, they've seen the ladder, they've seen the retention, they've seen the happiness of parents and kids. And basically, they've instituted it across all their NGB sports. All right? So we're moving forward. We're not going anywhere. We're having a blast with it. Okay? Just some background on Kalle and why both of us are standing up here. 2 years ago, all the ADM managers around the country got to go to Finland. Okay? And it was a great trip. But we had a coaching exchange and we went over to Finland to see what they do. Now, they didn't show us their goalie magic, but they showed us a lot of their training methods. And I'll get to the reason why we wanted to learn their training methods. So we flew over there. They broke us up into different regions similar to the United States. Okay, so my region was with Kalle, so I got to travel with Kalle for 10 days over in Finland and to see how kids were developed over there. Okay, so some of us got to go on a reindeer ride up north. That's not really the reason why we went over there. Okay, that was up near the Arctic Circle. But really what stood out to the American coaches was the lifestyle of the Finns. Everywhere you looked, there was activity outside, riding bikes, a good, healthy, sporty lifestyle. Okay, so why did we go over there? It wasn't to sit in saunas, even though the saunas are legit. Look at Ali back there. Okay, the reason why we went over was to figure this out. Okay, in Finland, there's 40,000 people. You guys have probably seen the stat already today, right? Okay, in the United States, we have 300,000 youth registered, youth hockey players. Finland, their world rankings and the quality of players that they develop for the NHL, for the Finnish Pro League, for the KHL, okay, and for world championship, Olympic level sports is unbelievable for 40,000 kids, okay? So we look at our 300,000 kids and we say, I think we're wasting a resource. How can we maximize this resource? And that's really what we wanted to see over there. How are they doing it, okay? So when you walk into a rink over there, they're 8 user cross ice with blue puck. It's a small game culture. And then you go watch a pro team on the other side of the rink, and they're doing the same thing. So their view on development, their view on patience of development, their view on cooperation, it all streamlined together. So 8 U's knew what their path was up until they were 24 to 30-year-old players. And it really stood out. Okay? So what we learned when we were over there is in development, they put the player first. It wasn't about the hotshot coach. It wasn't about the coach who was going to take kids and go to this rink, that rink, and then this rink. It wasn't the coach that was going to stand at the red line and just coach 10 kids. Everything that they did in Finland was about the player first, the player development, and that's a whole presentation within itself. The other thing that stood out huge, especially against the American culture, is they had patience and cooperation. Teams weren't stealing kids. Okay, parents weren't making their kids play up 2 levels to get to juniors as a 15-year-old. A lot of patience, a lot of cooperation amongst coaches, amongst hockey directors, and amongst parents. Okay. The other thing that they did well over there that we noticed, they coached team behavior. They coached behavior more than they did maybe a toe drag, backhand, bar down shot, or how to catch a pass. Okay, they taught behavior, and they really didn't put up with negative behavior. Okay. And then the thing that we're going to talk about today is their sporting lifestyle. This, by far, even I would appreciate those kids coming today, but you could see the athleticism of those 3 kids today, and when you walk over And you see some kids over in Finland, it was just part of their culture when they're 8 years old, and we'll get into that in a second. And then they had professional hockey practice over there, okay?
So the basic message that we are telling our parents, coaches, players, is about your sporty lifestyle. If you only practice that 3 or 4 times in the evenings with your team, it doesn't make you an athlete. You know, it's about the choice that you make in your free time. How do you go to the school? What do you do with your friends? Because you are with the coach about 5 to 6 hours in a week, and you have 160 hours on your own. So of course, as a coach, as a team coach or team staff, it has to be fun, so the kids get excited about being a sport or being an athlete. It has to be inspirational, or it has to be, age appropriate, so they can develop, they can try those things at home with their friends. And that's, I don't know if you think about the secrets that you were mentioning, that's what is our message in our country. So we have this Jere who's practicing 2 times hockey in a week, 1 time swimming, 1 game in a week, it's 6 hours maybe with the team. So the rest of the time really matters.
So over in the States, a lot of parents say, well, you have my kids this year, and you're going to do your 3 practices a week, my kid needs to be in NHL next year. And that could be true, but everyone has 3 practices a week. The concept here is, what is your kid doing outside of those 3 practices? Are they getting more hours, and are they becoming athletic in those areas? Okay?
And this is a basic week for our under 18 tier 1 team. So to be able to practice like this, you have to be an athlete. So because if you're practicing 8-10 times a week, playing 2 games in a week, you need to know how to handle the whole package, or how to handle your friends, school, home, to be able to train well and able to play well. Morning times we usually go with the individual work with the players, so they can really develop their skills, athlete skills, hockey skills, and the evenings more about team practice. So actually in the morning time some of the players might do off ice, some of them might do on ice, but in the evening everybody are on the ice. We play during the weekends, so Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, so they can really practice and take care of their school during the week. So there's enough time for them. Of course, it's not for everybody. Everybody are not capable of doing the school things or handling social life, and that usually affects how they perform also on the ice. So it's really a challenge for those kids. So that's why you have to learn to be an athlete early ages, to be able to work out when they're 18 or 20.
So really what we're here to talk about is what we're trying to promote at USA Hockey is fundamental motor skills, the balance, agility, coordination. Those have to be put in place if your athletes want to go on and become a basketball player, a hockey player, a golfer, or a baseball player. That those elite skills ultimately, to kind of when you get to these kids' age here, first year Bantams, you have to have good motor skills, you have to have a good foundation in order to have hockey skills. So what we noticed over there was in Finland, those kids had a great basis of athleticism, which then translated into good hockey players. And what we see here in the United States is that there's not a good foundation of athleticism, but we're trying to make hockey players. I'll give you guys another example. When they came on the U.S. tour, we went to Detroit and Chicago for 10 days. How many off-ice sessions do you think they saw? We saw Tier 1 hockey, we saw Tier 2 hockey, we saw high school hockey. How many sessions do you think they saw? They saw 1.5 sessions in 10 days of off-ice. Okay? So it's glaring. It's glaring. So you walk into a rink in Finland, this is what you see. This isn't just strung together. This is during our tour. Every rink you were in, this was part of these kids showing up. The purpose of showing this demonstration here, people, was a lot of off-ice stuff is getting pushed to gyms or to private marketers or companies, which is fine, but a lot of times you'll hear, well, we have nowhere to do it. You know, we just did a pretty good workout here in a space of, 40 by 40 feet. So you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a lot of time. Okay, we've asked I'll show you some of the stuff that we've done with our group. We've asked our kids to come to the rink 20, 40 minutes before they get on the ice, and we run a 17-minute session for peewees and squirts. And just stuff like this. Okay? The upper right-hand corner there, that's coordination. Okay? You can see in the middle left, that's resistance, that's strength training. Bottom right is coordination. Top left is strength.
And again, it's not in a way sport related. So if you play soccer or you play basketball, you play football, these things are important when you are young. Yeah, coordination, controlling your body, how your body works, basically. So basic motor skills.
So our push is to a simple value add to your program. You add something like this twice a week to your program, you will find dividends by Christmas. I always tell the story. We're down in Colorado Springs. We have a fat little kid from Pueblo, and he came up and he started our program. And by Christmas, he could touch his toes. And his mom and dad said, "Mike, he can touch his toes now." Like that was a big deal for the family. So, and then you get confidence. And then you get parents saying, "My kid started lacrosse after hockey and was prepared because his athleticism was dialed in." And what happens here is when you start to put this into your program, the first 2 weeks the kids don't really want to do it because they don't understand it. Okay? Third or fourth week it becomes expected. By Halloween it's normal. By Christmas they take it over. Very simple.
And I think these 3 kids who were in front of working out, what I noticed at the beginning, there was a big smile. They were doing something together, having the ball, having a small game going on, doing new exercises. And I felt that they were having fun.
This slide here goes back to what Kalle was saying about the extra time. So, 5 to 9-year-olds, just as a recap, that's, what Kalle was just saying, we want to make it fun. When we do with our mites, our 8Us at our rink, it's a fun time to get together and it's not stressful. Then 10 to 14, it's time to play, so they're going to learn to play. 15 to 19, it's when they're competitive and start to learn to compete. And then 20 and older is kind of competitive sports and full-time, kind of a pro-type mentality. But the bottom down here, you guys know Steve Johnson, right? You guys know Steve? Yes or no? No? You guys don't know Steve? Steve Johnson's a local guy, played for North Dakota. He's a great 2-time All-American. So he coaches youth hockey here, and we try to give him a lot of these slides and educate him. And in his simple North Dakota way, he says, basically the way I see it is this. Because I grew up on the pond. So I had my practices, but I would also have 20 hours extra on the pond. He goes, what he's telling his families now, if you're 15 hours on the pond, you're going to be a junior hockey player. If you're 20 to 25 hours on the pond a week, you got a chance to be a good college player. If you're 30 to 40 extra hours, now maybe you're going to be an Olympian or a pro. And in Steve's mind, that's what he would try to relay back. That's what made sense to him. And basically, that's what Kalle was saying with your lifestyle, and that's what we're kind of promoting here with extra athletic hours outside your sport. So just as a reminder again, what should you be doing? What do we get? If you coach mites, raise your hand. We have mite coaches in here? Mites? Okay, good. Go squirts, peewees, bantams, and midget. All right, so kind of the younger guys. All right. So again, and we have videos on all this stuff, but for 6 to 14, that balance stuff. I don't think we did it with the kids, but you got this line right here, just doing 1-foot hops for balance. Okay, doing balance type drills, getting their balance down, very important skills. You saw the one-legged squat that they were doing that they were struggling with, that type of stuff. Here they're going just ball bounces on unstable surfaces. Okay, 6 to 14, the body control, the core. The core on these 3 kids, again, not to be super critical, but the one reason why the one young man couldn't get up is he had no core strength. Okay, so you run into that a lot. And so what you're developing from 6 to 14 is simple core drills. The surfing stuff that we did, we stole from Kenny Martell. That was all core strength stuff, and the kids didn't even know they were doing it, but they were having fun. Okay? Coordination's huge too. Okay, I think that, in my opinion, that's the biggest deficiency that American kids have, is our ability to be coordinated and to move their body and understand those movements. Okay, then as they get older, the strength combination, and you can see the one thing that we did when we spotted with the one-legged, and we'll see some more videos later on how to do strength training without weights, okay, for older kids. Kalle, anything to add on this?
Yeah, so basically drills that the kids can do it alone at home. They can do it together and they can really practice on those. They don't need a coach every time. So give them a skill that they can learn and develop and get further. So they get inspired on those exercises. We like to teach our coach and teams and that when you go on the ice, start your practice immediately. So you do your off-ice warm-up, or you do your warm-ups off-ice, not on the ice, because ice is expensive. You don't want to waste time for warming up on the ice, cooling down on the ice. You can do those off-ice. So whenever you go, jump on the ice, you're ready to practice. You can go already intensive, play some games, some competition, one-on-one, something like that. Work out at 50, 60 minutes on ice, do off-ice 20 minutes before, 20 minutes later, and you get your extra hours also over there.
The one thing that stuck out to us, they invited us to work their 14 camp, and we got to coach it. And those kids would have 2 games a day. So they would show up at the rink, and they would do their warm-up off ice, and then they would play. And then as soon as the game was over, they'd go out and do another 10-minute cool down. And it was just part of their thing. And then they had a game in the afternoon, so you're thinking as an American coach, well, we already did our warm-up and cool down once, we're not doing it twice. Sure enough, 10, 15 minutes before the game, then they play, and then 10, 15 minutes after the game, it's part of their culture. There wasn't kids weren't saying, well, I'm tired, or, no, it's how they approach their game. It builds stamina within their kids, in my opinion. So it's pretty good.
And then you learn about the importance of nutrition and recovery, like, that you need those hours to sleep, you need to really eat healthy way, enough, 5 to 7 times a day. So if you get tired because of that, it's in a way your problem, but you learn from there, and then you know how much nutrition you really need.
So, you got some video, I'm going to through the video. If you guys want this video, email me. Probably one of the most influential videos that I've seen in a long time. Because what this video does is going to give you guys ideas on how to create a training program, off-ice program for your team at your rink. Okay? Now, if you want to talk on this thing.
The music was really good.
Really good.
Well, basically, yeah, you don't need, in a way, different space. You can do it with your gear zone, on the snow, on the grass. Do it together with your friends or buddies, so because kids really like to work or compete against each other.
A lot of this type of stuff too, guys, parents, well, when are you going to teach my kid checking? Well, we teach them checking all the time. This is the start of these types of things. Again, no equipment, not a lot of room. Strength. Core stuff.
Some resistance training with your friend.
There's a drill we're doing today.
Tärkeää tässä harjoitteessa on se, että pelaaja tekee suorituksensa maksiminopeudella.
At the same time when you're working together, it's again team building, so they get to know each other and they work as a team also off ice.
Sähly jokaisen merkin kohdalle huolellisesti.
Alright, so when we came back to the U.S., you started thinking about your program. This is the program that Kenny and I work in, is Saab. So these are our nights. So you can see we have space limitations too, okay? But the video I want you guys to focus on is the upper left-hand corner here. What's going on here? What do you guys see? What's going on? Practice plan. Practice plan. You know the cards that we have for off-ice? Are you guys familiar with those cards? So we have age-appropriate off-ice cards, okay? But what I like about this slide here is these 3 dads cannot skate. Okay, this is our coach, but these guys want to help. They want to be part of the program. They want to be part of the club. So he's worked hard all day, all these guys have. He's done practice plan. He's getting all the apparatuses ready for on ice. What he's doing is he's just giving cards out to the dads that want to be part of the program, so you're building your coaching artery, okay, for him to go run these kids then for practice. So you're building a club mentality. Now, these dads aren't gonna stand behind the glass and complain about this guy because they're part of the team. So we build them club, and it's easy with those cards. They just say, you pick a card, and then go do this, and go do this. And I'm telling you guys right now, this 8U level here, 8U advanced level, this off-ice program, the kids love it, and you can really see an improvement in these kids over the course of the year. Okay, and then this was our Pee Wee team that we did, but again, you can see, again, space is limited. The same concepts. And then Kalle sits and gets you going. It's not hard to do, and once you put it in place, it becomes the norm. All right? Kalle, this is a pretty good study, Kalle.
So we made a study about 10 years ago about our pro athletes from different sports, and we found out that we were talking about like 30 hours of doing sports, that you might be an Olympian or pro athlete. So actually it came from this study, and we found out that they're doing a lot of on their own, or they did a lot of on their own. We have two brothers over there, GFK and Tuomaru, who both played NHL. Tuomaru is still playing for Devils. They only had, when they were 12 to 14, they only had 6 hours practice with their team. So those 24 hours, they did it by themselves. Either it was hockey related or it was some other sport related exercise. So that's what we are showing our players, that it's not about exactly what you do in your team practice. It's about what are your decisions in your free time. What are the other decisions? How do you spend that 168 hours during the week to do sport or being an athlete? Of course, as I said, as a coach, you have to, inspire the kids so they have fun, even though if they are 8 or 18, it has to be fun. They want to develop, want to get better. But that's our study, and we believe in these facts, because if all our professional best athletes have done about 30 hours exercising in a week, and only there's somebody who has done it like half of the 30 sport related, but most of them only like that 6 to 10 hours. So it tells at least something in our life. And this again the basic triangle principle that you want to develop. You have to train, you need to eat, you need to rest. And if one of those 3 things are missing, there won't be a development. Kids will understand the last thing, that if you don't train, if you just rest and eat, no development. So, but they get the idea also that you have to really think about that if you train a lot, you need to eat a lot, you need to rest a lot. So there's always a combination between those 3 ideas. And that's what we tell our parents and coaches, everybody, so they really understand. And of course, if there would be a line under the rest and nutrition, then there's a motivation beneath. So if there's a motivation, there might be, actions for your training, nutrition, and rest choices. And as a coach, you can help the inner motivation over there, getting excited, so they feel that they are capable of doing this sport. So it cannot be too hard for them, so it really has to be age appropriate training, so they get inspired.
So yeah, we're going to look at iPads and screen time and this whole theory about the extra time outside of hockey, and the nutrition and sleep, and kids should eat 5 to 8 healthy meals per day, 8 to 11 hours of sleep. These are the types of things that we show our players, just simple pictures here with quarter color, your protein, your brown, your green. And we'll give this to our parents, what time should your child go to bed, just some sleep recommendations. And then we get into the strength stuff. And this is more of the big boy hockey stuff, so I'm going to cruise through this. But a lot of people think strength training is doing Olympic lifts and big boy weights. So really what this is this now is basically juniors and colleges and some midget programs. So our recommendation for like getting in the weight room and actually doing Olympic lifts, is 12 to 18 months after the growth rate slows down. So like these kids here were kind of prepubescent. You can kind of see they were awkward. They would not be of the age to get in the weight room and do heavy lifts. Okay, As soon as their peak height velocity stops, between 12 and 18 months after that, then we can go into the weight room and do heavy lifts. Anything to add on that, Kenny? That's kind of your expertise there?
No.
No? Okay. So for example, this is what our national team development program off ice looks like. Okay? So we use these numbers, 130, 150. So they have 130 on ice practices. They'll do 100 off ice sessions in 50 games. The thing that I like about the national team development program is they put development first in front of winning. So for example, when those kids in Ann Arbor, when they're training and they're lifting 2 to 3 times a week, if they're playing the University of Michigan on Friday, those kids in Ann Arbor are still lifting on a Thursday. So they put the development piece ahead of the performance piece. And it's paid a lot of dividends in the NHL draft, and those kids go and test, and then ultimately their performance on the national stage. Okay, so this is what strength training at that level looks like after puberty. So if a Bantam dad comes in and says, you know, we need to be doing Olympic lifts, you can see now compared to the boys we just had, compared to these boys, it's a different body set. Okay, so this is where the heavy lifting comes in, and this is what they're doing in Ann Arbor, in Plymouth now, I should say. Okay, and we're proud of this program too, because what we feel is this is really elevated the USHL. The USHL knows that this type of training is going on here. Okay, so a lot of those teams now have upped their game, and they're starting to train this way, trickle down to the North American League. Kalle, what are you seeing on these clips here? It's still, it's one-legged stuff, it's not a lot of heavy weight as well, right? Okay, and then, again, being a good hockey player too off ice, work on your stick handling moves. Again, you can do that anywhere, in your garage, in your basement, and we have a lot of videos too to show those types of skills, and if you guys need help with this. Okay, shooting, same thing, set up shooting areas. The one thing when I was at CC, we'd ask our strength coach, how do you become a better shooter? There's no one specific exercise to help you become a better shooter. You got to shoot. Okay, so set up an area, okay, give your kids some tools, okay, and then set up an area for them to shoot. They can go accuracy. What we're showing here is the flex point on a stick. A lot of these kids come in with you know, $200 sticks, but they can't use them. You have to teach this rotation right here, okay, and how to actually use that flex point. Get the kid, get their abs, forearms, hands, back, legs into a stick and actually shoot. That's where we start off with college kids, teaching them that. Okay? Then you break it down into a bunch of different type of drills. But really what you're trying to do is execute the flex point, get a good quick release, okay? And then you got a bunch of different drills. This is my favorite drill here. Put on a BOSI ball, give a 10-pound medicine ball, shoot off the hips. And what you're seeing here is a shooter here just going for endurance, getting his hands strong, okay? And you shoot through resistance. Okay, again, this drill here, or no, I'm sorry. That's accuracy there, shoot for some accuracy. This drill here is maybe for a kid with soft hands, okay, or weak hands. Just give him some basic resistance, strengthen those hands up. So, hopefully the message here, guys, is we always are trying to increase athleticism, always trying to get the balance, agility, and coordination down. The younger, the better. Okay, and hopefully the other thing is you don't need a lot of tools, you don't need a lot of apparatuses to make something happen. And once you instill that culture in your program, it's going to take over, the parents are going to love it. And what we do with our guys too is we go 40 minutes before ice time, and it's not mandatory. So initially 5 or 6 kids show up, again by Christmas 80% of your team shows up, and then 2 or 3 kids won't, but you know what, you keep developing the kids that want to be developed, you make it fun, and you make it quick, and you don't put a burden on the parents. And then and go from there. Kalle, anything to add on that?
Nothing much. I think, you know, as Joe said, you know, teach the kids what to do, what can they do on their own to develop themselves. You know, there's, if you want to practice shooting, you don't need to go on the ice. You can do it off ice. If you want to practice skating, you can do it off ice. If you want to be a better athlete, you can do a lot of off ice. Because there's limited time on ice, I think, for every one of you. So you cannot stay on ice for 20 hours a week. And it's not good for the players either. So.
One thing we promote too is once players become Bantams, really the emphasis of development goes onto their shoulders. See a lot of Bantams, they still want mom and dad to set things up for them. They want the coaches to set as they turn into bandos and midgets, the development has to turn on their shoulders and they have to take ownership into it. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. But I don't know if we have time for questions. Are we good?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Can
absolutely.
we open up the questions? You guys see anything in there that you liked, you didn't like? You guys run these types of programs? Are you speaking to the choir? Is this new? Where are you guys at with all this?
Are you having resistance from parents getting to the rink early or showing up at a certain time?
Yeah, well, the issue with our club specifically is we have an off-ice facility, but it's not attached to the rink. So what was happening is we were asking the parents to go to the facility, then go to the rink, which was making a 3-hour night for the parents. And that was not right for the parents. It's unfair, you know? So what we talked to the parents about is if we can get your kids to the rink 40 minutes before ice time, will that work? And they said absolutely. So we had all this space and stuff at our off-ice facility, but logistically it didn't work. So what we did is we moved it to the rink. You saw that area behind the stands. And then what we told the parents is it's going to be but you have to come sporty. The kids have to come out of the car in their shoes and their sweats and their sweatshirts, sporty attitude, sporty lifestyle. And then when they get to the rink, now it's 17 to 20 minute sessions. So then 20 minutes to get dressed, we're on the ice, and then we go home. The parents loved it, the kids loved it, the turnout was great. So, you know, like when you're in Washington, or everyone's got different logistical problems. You just got to make it work to what works for you. And we had absolutely no problem getting parents there 40 minutes before a skate to do something like that. That was the second-year Pee-wees. Second-year Pee-wees.
And the ones that didn't show up over time, you know, when their kid wasn't improving or wasn't doing these things, it was a pretty easy, well, he's not showing up, right? Parents want to complain sometimes, and turn right back around. Right?
We had a kick up a parent complaining that his kid missed a 20-second penalty kill shift, but then he missed 5 off-ice sessions. So our communication to the parent was, really, where's your kicking development? A 20-second shift or your off-ice program? Like, what is this really about? Like, you know, because you're saying, well, he's not going to develop some penalty kill. So, but that's a big piece of development.
And then in many cases, the kids are telling already the parents that we should go there early because I want to do that off ice. It's fun, you know, it's a lot of fun, so that they give the pressure for the parents.
Yeah, like I said, by Christmas, the kids are waiting there to start. They actually started on their own. Coach, where are you, Coach? Let's go. And they're running. Anything else? Any other questions? Yep.
And we're in Fargo. Our practices start at 3:45, 4 o'clock after school. Any reason why we don't do this afterwards, or do you guys do this warm up, or is it?
Do it after. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are these on the website at all, any like drills you do?
A lot of it is on the coaching app, and then, you know, we can certainly make it available when it isn't. And I think Jack is filming this, so they'll probably post this.
David will send you a note and we'll make it available.
Yeah, we'll make it available.
The Blues finished off-ice video, those kids in their jerseys in the rink. I have that all downloaded on YouTube. If you get a hold of me, I'll just email you the link. And trust me, guys, that video there, it's a little dated, but I watched it a million times, and it's fabulous. Like the stuff that you can get out of your kids with just a stick and jersey in a rink. So make sure, if you're interested, make sure you get that video.
You should just tell them, Joe, you have your own YouTube page,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
just search for Joe Bonnet on YouTube and you'll find it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Would you ask Kalle to introduce his colleagues, perhaps?
Kalle,
We introduced all of our other visitors.
You want to introduce your colleagues?
Oh yeah, so there's also 2 of my colleagues from Finland. There's Olli, who's doing the same job I'm doing. Then we have Jyrki, who's also my colleague, and then we have 1 coaching director from Helsinki, Olli, coming over here. So there's 4 of us going to stay here for a week. What's the game? So if you want to talk with us and ask more about what we are doing, so we are here for a week.
Thank you.
Anything else, guys? Is anybody doing this right now and having good success with it? Is this implemented anywhere? It's a huge piece, you guys. Huge. I mean, you could see it kind of with these 3 guys. You could see it. You know, and then they yell at a bantam because you can't toe drag and shoot, you know, without having the proper skills. It's kind of tough. So get it implemented early. Do it during the course of the season. Have fun with it. Keep it simple. Keep it light. And I guarantee you guys will see a difference by Christmas. Yeah.